Hello, everyone. So today I would like to discuss sidekicks in film, which I went to a con about, it was last year actually, and they did a whole panel on this. And it was pretty cool. So the first sidekick is what I'm wearing on my shirt, is probably one of my favorites, R2D2 and C3PO. They're known as the droid duo. And the thing that I like about them is, they have appeared in every Star Wars film, like all nine of them. And how I see it as C3PO is the one who's always anxious and worried, and R2D2 is more of the dominant one who's always, telling C3PO not to worry about things. And he's kind of I guess, the alpha of the duo. And this next one is also Star Wars, is Chewbacca, Han Solo's sidekick. And we can all tell that Chewbacca looks up to Han Solo. And, he really sees him as they've become good friends during the saga. Viewers can really tell. And this is a spoiler alert here, but when Han Solo got killed in The Force Awakens, we can just tell that Chewbacca was completely heartbroken because he lost his best friend, basically. And them two have been inseparable through the whole Star Wars saga series. So those are the Star Wars sidekicks that I wanted to, analyze and such. This next one is Lord of the Rings, Samwise, who is a sidekick to Frodo Baggins. Like, he supports Frodo in the Lord of the Rings movies. Like, he's always, there. And they kind of seem inseparable too. Like, they're always, together. And, whatever Frodo does, Sam is gonna, support and follow. Which, in my opinion, that is the best trilogy, Lord of the Rings. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should. Despite the long running times for them, they're worth watching. And this next one is a DC Batman. You can kind of see in the poster behind me a little bit. Robin is his sidekick. Although in Batman and Robin, the one movie from the 90s, I wasn't fond of those Tim Burton ones, but in general, like in the comics and such, Robin is like family to Batman. And I think the reason why they gave Batman a sidekick, because he really has no family other than Alfred, the butler, his butler. So, well, if you know the Batman story, his parents got killed and all he has left is Alfred. So I can see why in the DC verse that they gave Batman a sidekick. And Robin, is like basically there just to support Batman, aka Bruce Wayne. And this last one I want to mention is the Winter Soldier, Captain America, who's also in the poster behind me. You can kind of see. So the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes, is Captain America's sidekick. Earlier this year, I read a well, it was a graphic novel called The Ghost Army, which Captain America and the Winter Soldier were in it. It's, if you're into history, that would be a good fit for you. And especially if you love comics also, that was a really good one, because, it's set in like I believe it was the World War II era. And it really was a good read for me, loving history and comics and all that. That was one I would recommend if you're into that sort of thing, because they served in World War II together, and you know you can tell that they're a really close bond. And what I appreciate is, um, the Winter Soldier never, abandons Captain America, and he's like there for support. And I believe at the end of the graphic novel, I don't remember verbatim, but Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, says to Captain America, like, he's always there for him, and they're always gonna, get through things together. And I think that sent a really powerful message, and that's another thing I appreciated about that. And the second Captain America movie is called The Winter Soldier, and that's another watch I would recommend if you have not seen it. So those were the main sidekicks I wanted to touch up on today. And as always, if there's something you want to add to, or if there was any sidekicks I did not mention, feel free to drop it in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, Living on Film. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Keep your eyes and ears open for more vlogs. Thank you, everybody, and be safe.